Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to bring to you some training today about how to post on social media. It's really about inviting people on your journey, and by doing so, you won't lose friends in the process. My name is Renee Parker, and I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I hope that you're excited to learn how to effectively post on Facebook so that way you don't lose friends in the process, and you're inviting people on your journey with you. Wouldn't it be amazing to have people come to you and say, tell me more about what you're doing, instead of you feeling like you're standing there with a bullhorn shouting it out from the rooftops? Well, that is the skill set that we're going to learn about today. So you may want to get a pencil and paper out and take some good notes so that way whenever you're posting on Facebook, you'll have an idea of how to do so effectively. All right. Posting on Facebook, how to get people to ask you about Plexus. Vincent Orlick, our social media manager with Plexus Worldwide, shared this on Facebook today, and I loved it. It goes back to that analogy using the bullhorn. Social media is a relationship builder, not a one-way bullhorn. So I actually picture people sitting at their computer every day, typing up posts and sharing Facebook posts with this bullhorn in their hand, and every time that they're posting, they hold up this bullhorn and they're shouting it out. And what do you think would happen in your own home if you had a bullhorn and you were doing that every single time that you shared something about Plexus? Your friends and your family would probably go get them some headphones, turn on some music, and they'd say, I'm not interested in hearing what you have to say. I'm going to tune into this instead. So that's something that I want you to think about, because what we're finding is that a lot of people are hitting that I don't want to see posts similar to this button. I can't remember exactly what it says, but it's something like that. Or they're hitting the button that says, or clicking the button that says unfollow, because you can still be friends with people on Facebook, but you can unfollow them. And the reason why I know how this works is because I have used that button before. That's right, I love the unfollow button. And chances are, some of you may know some of the people that I have unfollowed. I love people, and if you know me, I love my friends. I love to follow people. I love to see what their kids are doing. I love to know where they're going on vacation. I don't even care if they're telling me what they're eating for supper. I love Facebook. I look at it all the time. I'm always liking pictures and comment and things like that. But I can tell you one thing. If you are someone who is negative, if you're someone who is negative, if you are someone who posts a lot of like YouTube videos over and over and over, like 10 in a row, things like that, I'm probably going to unfollow you. And the reason is not because I don't like you, and it's not because I don't want to follow your life. It's just because the types of posts that are going on does not interest me. It's a time waster for me. Negativity, I do not have time for that in my life. So anything that's negative, it gets hidden. So things like that. So I want you to think about that and think about, well, if I'm posting 10 times a day about Plexus, and I might share one picture of my kids, what do you think people on the outside looking in are saying? Chances are they're probably saying, I don't really know that I want to follow this person because I already know that she does Plexus. If I want it, I'll go find her. But they may not feel that way if they were seeing lots of lifestyle posts. They were seeing lots of things about your kids. They were seeing lots of things about what you're doing in your life, where you're going, the fun things that you do, the funny things that happen. Those are what people want to see. Now, that being said, did you know that when you share about Plexus, you can also share in a lifestyle post way? And this is what I'm going to show you today, okay? We're going to go ahead and go to example number 1. I am really excited to start a new adventure. I tried Plexus a couple months ago and I loved it. So I decided to become a Plexus ambassador. If you know anyone who struggles with blood sugars, cholesterol, pain, or would like to lose some weight, send them my way. I would love to help them get started. This is a great first post for a brand new ambassador. This is great for someone because they're telling everyone that they are starting on a new adventure. So join me. Join me on this journey with me. Follow me. Follow what I'm doing. You're saying that you've already tried the product, so you already know how you felt on it and that you loved it. You're telling them that you have decided to become a brand new ambassador, and then you're telling them 4 things that the product can help them with. Again, it's just a good way. It's short, sweet, to the point. They can read that quickly and then scroll on past if they're not interested. And if they are interested, that's going to be a seed that was planted in the back of their mind. Example number 2. Normally, I keep a lot of snacks in my drawer at work, and I catch myself snacking off and on throughout the day. However, I went all day long today without reaching into my drawer one time. Talk about exciting. I'm so thankful I found something to help me with my cravings. I like this post because it was actually true. This is something that did happen to me. And so I would share that. I shared this almost 2 years ago and got a lot of people who were interested because a lot of people work desk jobs. A lot of people have their snacks in their drawers, and they know that those snacks are the reason why they're not able to lose weight. They know that that is causing them to have sugar crashes and to not feel good, but they don't know how to stop. And this is a good way of telling them, hey, I found something that is helping me. And in the back of their mind, they're thinking, what is it? What is it? They're wanting to know more. When you don't tell people everything, it's almost like they're leaning forward, waiting on you to tell them more. You want people to lean forward. You don't want them to sit back with their arms crossed going, oh, not again. You want people to say, well, what is it? Well, maybe that'll work for me. So just think about that. Number 3, I was talking to my friend today who decided to try the natural supplements I'm taking, and she said she slept through the entire night for the first time in forever. Coincidence or not? I think not. I kind of did this on purpose. The first time in forever. A lot of you people who have children that are toddlers or young kids, you know the first time in forever is a Frozen song, right? So you're going to hear that and it's going to stick in the back of your mind. For me, I see that and I start thinking of the song. I can't get it out of my head. But you're sharing a friend's story. It gives you third-party validation. You're not telling them anything about what products you're taking other than they're natural, and that she slept through the night, and then you've got that song in your head that's going to play over and over and over in your head, and you're always going to be, when you hear that first time in forever, you're going to think, oh, well, that one girl was sleeping for the first time in forever, so I wonder what that was. That's going to play over in their head until one day they're going to want to ask you a little bit about it. Example number 4. I'm laughing so hard right now. My husband walked into the kitchen and said, where's my pink drink? I love that stuff. Mr. Skeptical realizes I'm onto something too. So glad that this is something that we can do together to get healthy. This is great because you are talking about someone in your life who was skeptical, who now believes you. And it's great because people who are married or have a significant other often like to do things together. And this is planting that seed in your head that it's something easy that a husband and a wife can do together and get healthy. So I loved this one. I also did some in the past where my husband's pants were so loose that he would walk across the floor and they just fell down. People think that's hilarious. So if that happens to you or something like that happens to someone you know, share that story, make people laugh, and they're going to follow you on that as well. Example number 5. Okay, so I've been having such great results with my pink drink this week that several people have asked me about it. I'm having a little tasting party tonight at my house, so if anyone would like to come, shoot me a message and I can tell you how to get here. This is a great post to do in your first week. Okay, what's a tasting party? A tasting party is going to be essentially similar to a launch party, but I would even say it's more casual than that. A tasting party would be something that a brand new ambassador would just invite her closest friends and family over to her house, mix up 1 bottle of Slim, and get some Dixie cups. You may end up having to do 2 bottles of Slim, but all it would cost you is 1 or 2 of your packets of Slim from your own personal stash and a bottle of water or 2. Mix it up, pour it into the Dixie cups, and let everyone taste it. And essentially, you're letting them taste it so that way they know that it doesn't taste bad, that they're going to like the taste, and that it's that easy. It's as easy as taking that pink drink every day. And, of course, they're going to have questions. And this is what a brand new ambassador could say. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't know a lot about it yet, but I'm really, really excited and I'm learning. Why don't you guys get started with me and we can learn together? Okay? You're telling them you're new, you don't know a lot, but you're excited about it, and why don't you guys start with me and we will learn it together? I can tell you one thing, if somebody asked me or told me something like that, I would not expect them to know it all, and I'd be excited to get started because I'm like, hey, we're going to learn this together. We're going to get to have fun together. We're going to learn, and we're going to help people. Now, chances are if a new ambassador is going to do something like this, their sponsor or people in their upline 2 or 3 levels up would be willing to be available at their phone in case there was some questions. So let's say Samantha says, okay, I'm going to have a tasting party tonight, Renee, but I'm scared that people are going to ask me questions that I don't know the answer to. You know what I would say? All right, tonight I actually don't have plans. Or tonight I'm going to be at a ball game, but I'm going to have my phone with me, okay? Text me if you have some questions, and I'll let you know if it's a good time for me to step out, and you can put me on speakerphone and I can answer questions for 10 or 15 minutes. So then you could put me on speakerphone. I can work it into my schedule, or your upline would probably be able to do that for you as well. You could put the phone in the middle of the table on speakerphone, and if anyone has questions, then I would be there to answer them for you. Simple, it's casual, it's easy, and it's effective. So this would be a great post as long as you follow up and you actually do the tasting party. So I hope that you like that idea. Number 6, wait, what? I shook up my pink drink and it disappeared. Looks like Caroline got a hold of it. So glad it's natural and safe. I don't mind sharing it with her. This is a great way of just kind of putting it out there that you're not worried about it being safe because it's natural. And you're so not worried about it that even if your toddler got a hold of it and took some drinks of it, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right. So I hope that you like that idea because I've seen so many people share pictures of their toddlers walking around with their pink drink, and I think it's so cute and effective. Number 7, that feeling you get when you check your bank account balance. Okay, so when I say that and you read that first sentence, what happens? Most people's stomach's going to almost get in a knot. It's going to sink for you because they're going to think, oh no, what happened? Because we all get scared when we check our bank account balance, right? We're like, oh gosh, is it okay? Or we've been there. We've been there at some point in our life, I should say. So that feeling when we check our bank account balance and are surprised that there's more in there than you were thinking. You know there has to be a mistake, so you pull up all the transactions, and what do you find? A surprise deposit. Woohoo! Looks like we can take the kids to the movies tonight. I like this one because you're telling people a little bit about how exciting it is to get those first few checks that is a surprise. Because I can tell you right now, if you're a new ambassador, what will happen is you'll start getting some checks deposited in your bank account, and you're going to say, what did I do? I don't even know what I did. This is really exciting. I'm getting paid, and I don't even know what I did yet. And by sharing it like this on Facebook, you're putting it out there for other people to see that you're getting these surprise paychecks, and you didn't even mention the company, but you are mentioning it in such a way because they're on your journey by following the other posts. They're putting the pieces of the puzzles together, and they're getting more and more interested. And each time that they get more and more interested, what do? They lean forward, and they're like, well, maybe this is something that I'd be interested in. And then when you're at the grocery store and they run into you, they're going to be the ones that say, you know, I've been watching your post on Facebook. That sounds really interesting. I haven't had a chance to check with you yet, but maybe you can tell me a little bit more about it. Okay? How nice would it be for so many people that you talk to that instead of you holding up that bullhorn and shouting it out to everyone, that they're coming to you and they're saying, okay, I want to know more. So that's kind of the direction that I would like to see everyone work in. I want you to be sharing Plexus with everyone. Okay, so I hope that this doesn't come across that I'm telling you, don't share it, keep it a secret. No, we don't want to keep it a secret. We want to share it. But think mindfully about how to share it effectively. Think if those ads and those graphics are turning people off or if they're turning people on. How much effectiveness have you had in the past if you're a current ambassador who's been using it? How much effectiveness have you had using ads and graphics? You will see me share an ad or a graphic every now and then. I will tell you that. But you will probably not see me share an ad or a graphic every day. So I can tell you from experience that I am getting a lot more feedback from people who had even told me before, I don't look at your Plexus post, but I love watching your kids. I love watching what your kids do. I love seeing that you guys are getting to take them on vacation and things like that. See, I've invited them on my life journey. The Plexus post is a part of that, but I have actually learned over time to cut down on the ads and the graphics and instead make original posts from my heart, sharing a little bit of information without bombarding them with it, making it look like I'm trying to sell to them, okay? So I hope that this helps you. I hope that you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you, guys.